Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel. I this is a thrift video, and I think that I'm probably going to end up doing it in two segments, and I post them on Thursdays to take advantage of the Thrifty Thursday hashtag as well as the Thrifty Canucks hashtag. Now, I've been away for a couple days, 2.5 days, 3 days, and luckily I had a lot of time at my disposal to go thrifting. So it's been a whirlwind. And this is going to be probably kind of discombobulated. I did not have the time, or frankly the space here, to try to reconstruct what I got where. So whatever I have within reach, I'll show you. And I guess sometimes you'll see prices on things, sometimes you won't. Sometimes I might remember a price that I paid. I question whether or not it even makes any sense to talk about money, because I don't know where in the world you are, and currencies are different and all of that jazz. But, I'm obviously paying in Canadian dollars. I also find it funny, and this is just neither here nor there, that we have a goods and sales tax of 5%. We don't have a provincial sales tax in Alberta, but it seems that there's no consistency between thrift stores as to whether or not they charge the GST. Now, you would think that on a used item, GST has already been paid once by the original purchaser, but hey, let me not get off on a tangent and do much of a rant. I also want to say that I think that it's becoming evident that the inflation that is hurting all of us where we live has trickled down to thrift stores. The prices are definitely higher than they used to be. And I think that there, as much as anywhere else, whether online or bricks and mortar or whatever, we have to be aware of, we have to know our prices. We have to know our, compare apples and apples. And if it seems like a good deal, great. If we can afford it, great. I do have to say that I exercised a heck of a lot of self-control these last few days. There were many things that I considered and put back. Maybe money was, I don't know, money was part of it, but, I don't want to buy more of something if I haven't done anything with what I already have. So it's a space thing. It's an overwhelm thing. You may not know, but I am the queen of rationalization. If I do want something, I can rationalize why I should have it, why I should invest my money in it. And it might be as simple as, say, looking at some ribbon or whatever. If it's a Dollar Tree ribbon whose full new spool has 3 yards of ribbon on it, and it costs $1.25 new, it better be damn close to a full roll and less than the new price to even consider buying it. Like, just that kind of common sense and math factors into it. But anyway, enough talking. I mean, enough. Blah. Blah. These are, I got this at, it's a liquidation place. These are brand new. They're 100% cotton. They're tea towels. They are 11 by 20 or 15 by 25. And, you may know that we live on a farm. The color is great. It's sort of, a dusty blue, aqua, French blue kind of color, as well as these roosters. And in case you're not farm kids, let me just tell you, roosters in real life are not this color. However, I thought that these would probably make, nice journal covers. Anyway, that was the thinking there. So I will be doing a load of laundry too, because I did get other textiles. This was something that I found in the bag after I did the last thrift haul. I was showing you a camera cleaning kit, and these are lens tissues, and this little booklet is full of these ultra soft little papery things, I guess, for cleaning, you know, DSLR camera lenses. So, you know, obviously that will get used in some way. And I don't know, these are stickers. Oh, screen protectors. Anyway, that just was still kicking around, so I figured I might as well show you. This was that same liquidation place, and it was a 4-pack of these 3-inch clamps. I cracked it open just to see, you know, do they seem like they've got some oomph to them? And they do. So I think that there will be certain projects where my existing clamps in whatever sizes, you know, might not be sufficient. So I thought this was a good staple type item to have in my, you know, in my room here. You'll be hearing clunks and clatters as things hit the ground. Now, maybe I'll talk about these two things at the same time. These were each $1. This one is like a really nice blue corduroy, Velcro closure. What does it say there? Bare body products. Clean, pocket. Oh, I guess that's for a pen. Another pocket. That outer pocket that I showed you. Anyway, oh, no, let me show you this one too. This is, and I love burgundy, so it's kind of a no-brainer as well. This is maybe, yeah, probably handmade. Anyway, couple pockets here. This doohickey. Oh, it's got a snap. I don't know what it would have been meant to hold there, but it's got a snap. 2 more pockets. This little flap that's not quite the same height, and a self-closure. Okay, so the reason I picked these up is, I really hope that you are following my 100-day challenge, which just began earlier this week. I think day 3 was posted today. Anyway, in that video, I turn similar type things to this. I call them wallets for lack of a better word. Wallets into journal covers. So I was so pleased with the results that it just makes me think I want to do more. And of course, a lot of the work has been done here. Like I said, they're clean, they're tactile, and it's easy enough, you know, to add a signature there. And anyway, that was my thinking there. So that's the plan. Now, I've never done, excuse me, a harvest or autumn journal, simply because we're farmers, and during harvest, I run a combine. So I guess maybe with a little better time management, I could probably manage to do it this year, since I have freed up my schedule from another all-encompassing commitment that I've been doing for the last 10 years. So these are maple leaves, which of course is our national leaf. It is the symbol on our flag and so on. So it says 50 pieces. This kind of, I know the noise will be a bit annoying. This is almost like burlappy type stuff. This is more just like, you know, a silk plant type thing. But the colors are good, and of course, if we didn't like the colors, we know all about spray and ink, so that is very fixable. This is, I think, a pretty good score. Now, I don't even remember when, but a while ago, I did a video comparing the pros and cons, I guess, of a travel iron and a little craft iron. I was in a thrift store and I saw this. It's heavy. Oh, does it have a brand name? Oh, Charles Craft. So I guess it's intended as a, or I'm assuming that that's intended to be a craft iron. It's got a sole plate without any holes, which we know is better than the ones with holes, especially if you're melting wax or something like that. So it's got this, thing to plug in here. And I thought, well, it was $7. It has some instructions. Wouldn't hurt to read those. Oh, travel iron, not a craft iron. Anyway, I thought I better take it into my hotel room and plug it in and see, does it even heat up? And it did. And I'm pleased because sometimes, it's just, you need something kind of sufficiently heavy to do, that the weight of it helps with the whole process of smoothing something out. So I'm pleased with that. And of course, the little plaid or tartan case doesn't hurt one little bit either. Okay, I'll try to speed things up here a bit. I obviously will not be showing you anything that I bought, in the way of personal stuff. Although I do have to say, I managed to buy 2 plastic ice cream scoops. I'm sick and tired of the metal ones that seem to get pitted after a while. I'm thinking, if the finish is starting to come off, does that mean that, those little flakes of whatever are being ingested? So I don't know. Not that plastic is good for you either, but anyway, for 50 cents, I'll give it a shot. Oh, okay. At Salvation Army. Now, am I going to be able to find the other? Oh, another receipt. I may not be able to do this the way it was intended. They had a bin there, and you could pick 5 items for $5. So I picked up 3 of these. They are, what do they call them? Magnetic photo sleeves. Now, I have begun, and it's kind of, a bit of a dog's breakfast. It's not the greatest looking setup in the world, but sometimes I would just rather make do with what I have than spend a whole bunch of money on something just for a certain aesthetic. Like, I just want it to work, and usually I want it now. I don't want to wait. So maybe I should have ripped open this in the store. This is, okay, magnetic photo sleeves. So there are 2 pieces in each one. What I really wanted this for is obviously the magnet part to store small dies on. I have some bigger magnet sheets. Is there nothing metal around here I can try? This is probably, nope. How about a paper clip? Is there a paper clip in the house? Not that. Is it the other side that's magnetic? And what is the point of a magnetic? Oh, you put your photo in there and then stick it to the fridge or the filing cabinet or something. So you would, oh, this was probably a bum purchase. I should have figured this out before I waste your time. Okay, so that white seems to be fused on there. So if I can't make something stick to this side, it's probably so weak. Okay, it sticks to that. So that's the side that's sticky. Anyway, I'm going to have to putz around with that a bit and see if it works. If it, could be that was a waste of money and a bad decision. Carry on. These were $1.25 each. The light was kind of poor in that place. I didn't realize that they were kind of a very pale pink, but that's okay. So it's a cross-stitch design, clearly hand done. In the center of these, I don't know, panels, like there's a counted cross-stitch type area here. And in the center, the rest is kind of, I don't know, can you see those butterflies? And it's kind of a jacquard type thing. So I thought that was cute. And, you know, can obviously be used in some way, you know, either perhaps a journal cover or, I don't know. I, in my younger day, did a lot of cross-stitch, both Ukrainian cross-stitch and petty point, like, you know, the sort of the Alice Godkin and those other kits that were so popular. So I know the hours and hours and hours of work and cramped fingers and eye strain that go into doing this kind of stuff. So $1.25 is, see, queen of rationalization. $1.25 is peanuts for this. Okay, what's next? Oh, this was the other thing that came out. These two were the other things that came out of that. This is so gross. It came out of that bin, you know, 5 for $5 replacement blades for our, you know, this sort of a knife. Or is it one size up? I don't know, but, you know, blades are a ridiculous price, so I thought that was a deal. And if it doesn't fit that knife, I do have others that it's bound to fit. And this is just a bookmark. And of course, we have to be very careful with packaging because, you know, there's always, it can be repurposed. So this is kind of cool. What does it say? There is only one happiness in life, to love and be loved. George Sand. I have a bookmark collection, although I find that I don't read anymore. I'm busy crafting. Every waking moment is spent crafting, not reading. I thought that this was, I thought I had 3 of them. Maybe I just bought 2. Bags, these big bags of the oversized, like the 2-inch paper clips. I think that they're obviously much more expensive if you buy them, you know, in a stationery store or something like that. So we'll put that aside. You realize that after this video, I have to put everything away. I saw this, and of course, you know, in some of these places, I can't tell by this tag where I got it, but in some of these places, you can't see a darn thing, and you don't really know what it is that you're buying or even looking at. McGill is the brand. Now, I do have, this is a no-namer, and this is McGill. So I'm thinking, oh, this must be the same thing as what I have. But when I looked closer, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, it is like 2 slots. So let me show you. I did try it on a piece of paper in my purse, to be perfectly honest. It didn't do, it wasn't quite as sharp and crisp on one sheet, but on 2, it's kind of, oh, wrong place, woman. It's supposed to go below the guide. So, what's with this hair? You know, kind of another interesting effect. So, what did I pay? Ooh, $3.99. Again, adding to my arsenal of tools. if you've been thrifting for any length of time, you have probably, like me, been burnt by buying punches, ink pads, even sometimes stamps, because quite often, I think especially with punches, by the time they get to the thrift store, their useful life is over. They have, they're dull, and so now, and yet the people pricing these things don't seem to have that understanding that, maybe this should be tested before we put $7 on it or $8 on it. So I've gotten wise, and now I ask them, can I have a piece of paper? I'd like to test this before I buy it. And because, of course, there are no returns in most of these places. 50 cents. Now this, I don't know if they're all here, but it's supposed to be 21 pieces of die-cut labels. Neutral colors, so there could be a worldwide shortage of labels, so I'm getting mine now. Let's see sort of what they look like. Yeah, cool. And the brand there, in case you care. Whoops. Life's Little Occasions. Oh, K & Company. This was 25 cents. To be honest, I'm not even sure what's in here. Some more little stickers or labels. Maybe a couple pieces of paper. I don't know. Can you buy a Jawbreaker for 25 cents? Maybe not. So it seemed like, yeah, go for it. Now these are, I don't know how, there's no way of knowing how old these are. They're brand new, clearly. 100 sheets of this ledger paper. So obviously with some tea or coffee dyeing, that can be very nice because, of course, 8.5 by 5.5. So yeah, fold it in half and you've got some really cute signature pages. The holes just add some interest, and no trimming, no fuss, no muss. These, now I have a lot of little binders that I've collected over the years. There was a time when I used to buy, of course, because they were leather and they were so very, very nice, those day timer or day runner, agenda planner type systems. So I am sure that I have a little binder somewhere whose holes would line up with these. And if they don't, then big deal, they become signature pages, because with the grid, obviously, they could be folded that way as well. 50 cents each. I don't know who, well, the original price was $5.25. Is that not a crime? Anyway, I should stop editorializing. You guys know what the prices are like out there. $1 for this 20-pack of A to Z index guides. That's a heavier weight. Now, I bought 2 of these. Again, never having seen them before. Whoops. There's a cascade of products here. Whoa. These are, clearly the purple ones were more popular than the pink ones. This is it says Easy Clips. 50 cents, guys. So they have these sticky things. Okay, so these have come off here. Now, I tried one in the store. It says that it will, to hang, press the wax side to a wall or any surface. So if you wanted to hang a piece of something, a piece of paper, how about the Costco flyers or coupons? They've printed them again, yay. So then, you know, you stick this to whatever, a wall, a filing cabinet, the side of your desk, your forehead, you know, wherever, to hang onto that paper and not mark the wall or anything. Okay. Use them in the home, office, school, anywhere. Ideal for paper, invoices, notes, cards, photos. Not a magnet. Safe for use on the computer, the door, the fridge, the phone. So you can tell this is old. There's a rotary phone. Or not rotary, but a push-button phone. Anyway, I thought they were cute. I guess worst case scenario, if I didn't like them or wasn't using them, they could probably just be used like so, just as a clip, although it is a little bit bulky. So, I don't know. I'd better start sticking things all over the place, because we never want to have buyer's remorse, you know. Okay, so pink and purple. The only thing that I kind of had on my shopping list was a plastic ice cream scoop and bangle bracelets, and I wanted wood. This is fairly flashy. I paid $2 for it. And I won't tell you why I bought, I think I have another one somewhere. I might have found a second one. I won't tell you what I'm going to do with this, because you're going to have to tune in. It'll have a project in mind. I have a couple prototypes that I did, well, a few years ago. But in order to show you something, I obviously need a bracelet to be able to demonstrate the idea, because otherwise it's just like taking your thing to grade 1 with show and tell. Oh yeah? How did you do that? These 50 cents for each of these bags of words. I think that, you know, the colors are the kind that would be used. I think the words are, you know, clearly they're worth 50 cents each. So I don't need to belabor that point. $1.25. Now this says garden art. And how, pray tell, do we get into this? So that's fairly heavyweight plastic. I can do something with that. Okay, so this is scripty type paper. Good color. A little ribbon. A couple pieces of cardboard. And umpteen envelopes. Deal. Okay. $1.50. Now, you know, I try not to be one of those people that opens bags in the store when they've clearly, well, sealed them, stapled them, whatever. Just had my nails done and they're a bit, what's that expression? I just washed my hands and I can't do a thing with them. I don't want to wreck the zipper. I'm almost in. While I'm working on this, let me show you something else. This is a cute little, I paid $2.99 for this. Cute little, I mean, we've all seen these. This is a little notepad here. This is a little agenda type thing. Oh, it's old, 2000 or 1999, and an address book. So the paper alone is worth something, plus this very cute pattern, plus the magnetic closure. Like, I have a vision for this. And clearly, I need a lot of days and a lot of time to make all these visions visible to. I know you can't see what's in my head, so I have to make them happen. Okay, I shouldn't be doing this in front of you. Now this sort of stymied the clerk. It is kind of gross, but it's just been probably spray glued onto this old cardboard. And I mean gross cardboard. It did not have a price. This was Salvation Army. It did not have a price. Again, handwork. So I said, there was no price on this, you know, what would you charge me? Well, where did you find it? And I said, well, right over there with the stationery stuff. He says, I bet you it was in a frame. Somebody probably wanted the frame, and then they just popped this out of there and left it behind. So I'm thinking, well, that's fine with me. I wouldn't have wanted the frame. So you can see that came off quite nicely. This will get washed. Luckily, these embroidery threads are always, I was going to say fast, but what is the word? You know, they don't run, so I would be safe in washing it on a gentle cycle, or maybe even hand wash. But I thought too that, again, let's see what are we doing for size here. So 9.5 by, 12. So that's pretty well the perfect size for a cover. Now, unfortunately, she'd be the spine. So maybe that, maybe I would need to rethink that, or maybe chop it off or whatever. I don't know. But he ended up throwing it in with the rest of my purchase because I did buy a vintage book, an 1896 book. Full retail, no seniors discount on that, baby. So I think I kind of sweet talked him into that. So the moral of the story is a little charm never hurts. Now, I have to say, I needed scrapbook paper like I need a hole in my head, which is to say, not at all. But again, it, sorry about the noise. One of the other things on my list is a tree journal. So clearly this has a tree theme. Again, those are, I guess those are oak leaves. Fall theme. I thought they were supposed to, okay, so there's some cut wood. Spruce trees. And that glorious sunset. I don't know, I could have probably lived without this, but it did come home. Okay, back to this. I really hope I don't have to cut that zipper part open because I don't want to. I don't think they taped over it. Let's give up. This is obviously a broken whatever. It's got several of these little doohickeys. How many? 2, 4. I think I counted 10 in there, plus some beads. They're obviously a nice neutrally color, like an antique bronze or something with some sort of a faux stone in there. Enough openings in there that a person could, attach it to a bulb pin or whatever to create a dangle. So for $1.50, I thought that was all right. Oh, here's this. These are, now I don't know what the real price on this would. Oh, Dollarama. So I probably paid exactly what it's worth. I mean, exactly what they would have charged for it. These are metal letters. And again, they have that sort of bronze look with the little, almost like a coppery, you know, edge on it, which is the color that I like. I can read. How are we doing for time? Let me just stand up, look at the clock here. Or I mean at the camera. I mean at the phone. What am I looking at, guys? Okay, maybe I'll show you a few more items and then we'll... Oh, maybe I should just speed up. Maybe that would be the thing to do. I bought this. Did not... Obviously came from Costco for 12 bucks at some point. Where did I buy this? I don't remember. Anyway, it's another one of those visual dictionaries, and it's French. So, a lot of cute things in here for fussy cutting or to use the pages. Yeah, I think it's sewn in. Yeah, it looks like it's sewn in. So a person could deconstruct it and, yeah, sewn in binding, and use these pages as folio pages, 6.5 by just over 5. So I thought that was really, really cute. Like everything under the sun. Yeah, cool. I should have maybe saved that for a book haul. Okay, what is this? Red tags were half price. Oh, these are envelopes. Now it's a different size. And what I thought was a bit interesting, or different anyway, I don't know how. What are these scissors? Okay, where's my handy dandy? 10.5 by 7.5. But look at the size of that flap. Could this not be one of these? Look how nice that is. I don't know how many there are, but so half price would have been $1.75. So clearly quite a few envelopes for that price. So that was a deal. I don't usually walk away from these sorts of ledger type papers. This one is different in that it's landscape format. 8.5 by 14, I'd say. And the paper, it's probably just a step or two above newsprint, to be honest. Which is fine. It's very matte. Seems to have a bit of a yellowish cast to it. So I thought that was a good deal as well. This is a 2023 calendar, $1.99. So it's got this, you know, this pouch here that the calendar refill came. I guess this is it supposed to be a refill? Yeah, I think you can have one of these wooden holders or whatever. But who cares? I don't need that. I'm not using it as a calendar. But look at the, oh, see, the bad part is two-sided. But again, look how darn cute that is. Even if a person just wanted to use this for mini pages, you know, say roughly 5 inches high, or fussy cut the birds. It has, well, you guess you should be able to tell. It sort of looks like it's been printed on canvas or something, but not, obviously. But it has that feeling like, you know, you're looking at a real piece of art. So sometimes these things are almost a little too sweet for their for their own good, but yeah, there is a certain charm to that. This was $2.99. Now it is a fabric covered box. Oh, that's right, I put some goodies inside. It's got this little dowel that fits into a little holder there, and it's got this opening. So what I did was, I don't have anything within reach. I went to their nearby. Well, I was in. This is where the craft stuff was, and that hole is very big. But I tried a spool of ribbon to see if I wanted to make sure that I start using my ribbon more often, why don't I just pick a bunch of rolls, fill the thing up, thread this through here. There's no cutter there, but, you know, and then if that hole wasn't so big, it would unspool more smoothly. But I thought that was kind of clever. And I mean, if it turns out that that's a pain in the butt or something, then I could still use the box for something else, because it's nice, it's neutral, it's not dirty, it's not, you know, it's just cool. This was a Salvation Army purchase as well, so again, you know, 10% off for seniors. Now with these, I picked up 3 packages of these. There's those skeleton leaves, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. $1.99 before the discount. So 5 leaves in a package. You can see the colors. And then some other, oh, these are scented. So those little, I don't want to damage the leaves. I should open this end. Those little things, I guess, are some sort of scented thingamajig. Ah, yes. I don't know if a person would ever do anything with you remember back, if you're old enough, you will remember when potpourri was the big thing, and every darn craft had potpourri built into it. Can you see how I'm flirting with danger here? I wanted to put them all together. Oh, that's a different smell. And that's a different. Gotta have nerves of steel, guys, to do this stuff. Yeah, those surprisingly, because this stuff looks really old, it's surprising how strong those scents really are. I don't mind that one little bit. Even if I just, you know, kept them somewhere here near where I work, that would be okay. It's amazing how these days there's so many restrictions, and just even a common sense and a courtesy thing now with scents. You know, the days of women dousing themselves with perfume and then going around giving everyone a headache that encountered them are over. You know, there's so many people that are sensitive to these smells, so maybe adding scents to a journal is not the best idea. This is a leather tooling thing. And again, I'm not trying to be, you know, smart or coy, but I do really encourage you to begin watching my 100-day challenge, because I do something with leather And if I had my schedule right here in front of me, I could tell you what day it is, but if it's, well, it's any day now. So it just seemed like that was a good, you know, a good price too. And I don't know how these two things go together, and that's not why I bought them. But tune in to the day that I work with leather, and you'll better understand what I was going for now. A few more items, and we'll call it quits for today. I picked up this package of still sealed wrapping paper. I didn't see anything on there about weddings, but that's probably the theme. I just thought it was nice and neutral. That blush color is, you know, it's nice. No indication of the date other than Canadian price would have been $2.79, so I think that's quite a long time ago. This, I've bought these frames. I found these frames several times in thrift stores, and I love them because of the nature-themed imagery on there. And I don't know whether I've ever showed you or not, but what I ended up doing, what is this? You know, there could be graffiti on these purchases. What I ended up doing was basically using it, separating, you know, because it is quite thick. So basically taking it apart and using them as tags to get that glue off. So I think, you know, they're intended to stand like this and put a photo in. So I mean, it would even be cute decor in the studio here. But yeah, I separated them, and then to reduce the bulk, actually separated the two layers as well. Now that, of course, leaves a kind of a rough looking back, but we know how to back things. That's not a problem. So yeah, that was, I like that. This was just some miscellaneous fasteners and so on. And again, I probably didn't need them because I do have snap fasteners. But I have to say, there are some that are so tiny and so cute. And you know how I feel about cute. Sometimes I think, where's my staple puller? This isn't my favorite one, but anyway, it'll do. Sometimes I think, excuse me, that I pay a little premium just because something is cute. But once you see them, you're going to think, oh, she's right. Those are cute. And I don't know who, well, okay, this makes a liar out of me, but what I hate is, and Value Village is famous for that, they'll put all this stuff in a bag, and they don't even have the sense to turn the last item so it's facing out, so you can at least see the top and the bottom items. Okay, are these not the cutest? Size 0. You can't get much smaller than that. Look at that. They cost 19 cents. Made in England. That has to be good stuff. So these are hooks and eyes. Well, the hooks are all gone, kids. Made in England. 10 cents. Cool. That's for a fur coat. Or fur anyway. A snap, that's an oversized one. That's a size 7. Now, how can these be size 02 when clearly they're not? That's like women's sizing. Women's clothing. Ay. Oh, more fur hooks. That could probably be a cute closure on something, on a cover. Interesting packaging anyway. And more of the little baby ones. And more hooks and eyes. Nice. Oh, and what's this? Look at this cute little box. There's even an eyelet in there. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? The cuteness factor gets me every time. I'll get some. Okay, let me speed up. I wanted to kind of give these items their due, and frankly, see what it is that I bought too, because again, I haven't been home, so basically just buy it. Stayed in the car over those couple of nights, and we just got home. And oh, I bought these. They're number 7 leads for mechanical pencils, like so. So that was, I'll just add that to my drawer. I thought this was cool. This fellow, Louis Lavoie, if I am not mistaken, he's Canadian, and he has, across the country, including a community about 50 kilometers from where I live, he's engaged either schools or maybe art groups or whatever to create their own little panel. Now this would, I don't think this would this be life size? Okay. This book is a stunning collection of 238 original artworks created by 174 international artists portraying the relationship between the horse and mankind. When these things are put together, so somebody painted that, and somebody painted that, and somebody painted that, somebody painted that. And that. And then he puts them together, and that's what he gets. So if I were to put all this together, and I guess they're numbered. It's not like a puzzle. It would end up being 5.5, well, roughly 5.5 feet wide. And what is that? 8 feet? No, not 7. It would be really tall. It would, 82 inches is how many feet? My mind has gone blank here. Okay, 72 is 6 feet, so 8. So, about 7 feet. 84 inches would be 7 feet tall. So that is gorgeous. Now, I'm not going to do that because I'm not really a horse person. But these are little pieces of art. I noticed in another thrift store there was another one of these, but it was like dolphins or something, and I'm not, when you don't live near an ocean, it's just not quite the same. I bought this. It's fabric covered. The original price was $13 at Winners. It's got the little thingamajig. $1.99. This was, for labeling it. And I thought it was pretty good because I do store things in these sort of magazine cases or whatever they're called. And again, $2.99. This is a chipboard. Again, sorry for the rustling. So, what did it cost me? $2.99. So what I've got here, well, this isn't as thick as some, but look, it's got the grommets there, or the eyelets. So it's chip 3, 6, 7, 8 of these. Sort of a heavier weight. I don't know if I can even call it chipboard, but I think you can kind of get the feel for what this is. It's very smooth. It's cardstock color. It is a substantial weight. Then all of these papers, which are obviously neutral enough that who couldn't make something nice out of that. Oh, this is even nicer than I thought, because, again, I didn't open it in the store. More cool paper. I think the theme here was, oh, they're calling it Planting Smiles, so sort of a tongue-in-cheek, garden-y type thing. So cool little papers. These must be 6x6s. Cute little seed things. Oh, this is a recollections kit. Mini scrapbook kit instructions. That's just a piece of cardstock for me to turn into something. Some instructions. Some ready-made pockets. Some punch. Oh yeah, that's the signal thickness. Some punch outs. Oh my goodness, this was a steal of a deal. And again, dare I say so, there is one of the 100-day projects that I've already taped that is talking about showing you a chipboard book like this that I mean, it wasn't a kit, it was just the chipboard itself. I had to add the rings and did everything else to it. But I'm so happy with how that turned out. So I hope you choose to watch that episode as well. Anyway, I am going to stop there. I've got I still got 2 big boxes to go through. So there will definitely be an episode or a part 2 to this thrifting haul. With any luck at all, I might be able to get this posted. I'm doing this on a Wednesday night. I might be able to get this posted in time for tomorrow. So if I don't see you, I mean, I will see you. I won't see you. You know what I'm trying to say. You will be able to see me or hear me every day because of the 100-day challenge, plus additional videos that I'm doing like thrift hauls and some of the other projects that I'm working on. So, yeah, there will be no shortage of Hazel in your life if you choose to make that happen. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for sticking it out. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.